quick comic book review. Doctor Strange of Asgard. I am going to get to Absolute Batman or Radiant Black next. I just kind of need to read through and get caught up with what I do have on those. But for now, we got these 3 issues. So, the concept of Doctor Strange of Asgard is fantastic. I think having him go to Asgard to become the Sorcerer Supreme when there isn't one there is perfect, especially after the setup of having Sorcerer Supremes in most, if not all, of the different realms, and also how he dealt with Loki beforehand, becoming the god of magic. It's a good setup. As for execution, it is getting better since the first issue. I did see a little bit of the first issue because I let a friend kind of read through this a little bit beforehand. And he told me before, it was like, it's okay. And I think I kind of agree with him. I think that it starts out a little shaky. The Asgardians are kind of dumb, which I don't know too much about the Asgardians themselves. I've read a bit of Beta Ray Bill, so I've got most of my stuff through there. And while they're not the brightest bunch, they usually don't act as dim-witted as they do in this book. But that's not all of them. Some of them are better than others. As for the actual plot of the story, it does seem a little predictable at the moment. If they put in like another player that I'm not sure of, I could be completely wrong. But right now, it seems like it's either going to be like a test from, spoilers as well, it seems like it's going to be a test from the first bitch that dies. I don't remember her name, it's like Hulda or something. And she like faked her death or some shit like that. Or it seems like it's her apprentice that manipulated Loki with some kind of magic, and he's kind of laying on a fool. Because they show a lot of her apprentice and his lover, which is the Troll Strangler. I don't remember any of their names. I gotta fucking get on that. Other than that, though, it has been picking up. I do really like them going after the Troll Skull and how that whole encounter went out. And I love that they're not just getting rid of Doctor Strange's magic. Sure, he's weaker because he doesn't have the Sorcerer Supreme stuff. He doesn't have his Eye of Agamotto. He doesn't have his cloak or most access to those other magical capabilities. But he's still Doctor Strange. So this first issue, I'd probably give like a 6. It was an okay start. Issue 2, I'd give like a 7. It's picking up pace. And then issue 3, definitely the best out of the bunch so far, I'd give an 8. I am excited to see where it goes, especially with that cliffhanger with Thor and Sif. So that's definitely going to be good. And hopefully next we'll get Absolute Batman, but it kind of matters which one I read between Batman and Radiant Black.